Hey, I was thinking, I've been talking a lot, blah, blah, blah. There's something about giving people tools, and I guess I could start with showing some of the tools that I use. To me, the tarot has been important for a long time, many years. I'll show you one of the first decks I started using. Arthurian Tarot. It is a beautiful deck. Let's see. It's actually the second I have. The first one was stolen, so I bought a new one. It's this. I used this ages ago. I was working for what do you call it? Paper call service called Åsevesselstad Linje here in Norway, and I used this. And that's brilliant. The thing about tarot is, I don't think that this can predict what's going to happen tomorrow. You're going to meet a tall, handsome stranger or whatever. Sorry, I don't believe it. The world doesn't work like that. But what I'm thinking is, it can give you some signs. It can show you, watch out for this. Be aware. Be awakened. And that works. I don't want to use this deck now. I have quite a few. I have this here. This is Dreams of Gaia Tarot, Marianne Phelan. Oh, by the way, Arthurian Tarot, if you're looking for it. It's by Caitlin and John Matthews. I'm not sure. It's illustrated by Miranda Gray. I'm not sure if you can get it anymore. Check it out. Dreams of Gaia, another beautiful deck. Show you some of the lovely images it has. They are like, as you can see, it has symbols. There are different symbols for the different elements. I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful. They are like small pieces of art, each of them you see. And this reminds me of another Gray. I don't know if you heard me. I don't remember his first name, but he creates incredible spiritual art. But look at this. As I said, there are symbols, the ones you see here, that show different elements, and also like well, you have the I'll show you in another deck. Okay. This deck I bought used. If you ever come to Norway and you go to Fredrikstad, which is a beautiful town, then you should go to Gamle Fredrikstad, Old Fredrikstad. It's a fortress town. Amazing, the history. There are, well, it's got one very nice hotel, and there One place I rented was a stable, Stallen, owned by a couple of local artists. It's I believe it's from the 1700s or something. Beautifully furnished, 2 stories, room for 4 or 5 people, 6 if you're very good friends. But the history, and then also it's got a private backyard. Beautiful. Go to Gamle Fredrikstad. Also because into Fredrikstad they have this this alternative store, Bergkristallen, I believe it's called. I bought this from the proprietor, and she had used it previously when she was learning how to use the tarot. So it carries some energies, but good energies. This is one of my absolute favorites. I'll have many. But Elena Fairchild, she is special to me. This is called the Earth Warriors Oracle. Rise of the Soul Tribe of Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries. Lovely deck. I'll show you some of the images from it. Look at this. And the messages, they are so inspiring. Though I must say, to me, yeah, there are many of these decks who have been inspiring. But see if I can find it. Yeah, I wanted to show you another one, but I can't find it right now. It's probably in the bag somewhere. Elena Fairchild is she has this Sacred Circus, amongst others. I believe it's called. Something like that. Just go look for her. There is a reason that she is so popular. But I would like to show you another tarot artist that became very, very important to me. I bought 2 decks. The Wild Unknown Tarot, decking guidebook. It's written and illustrated by Kim Kjans. And I bought this also in Fredrikstad. And if you look at the details, I mean, look at this. It is look at this. It is so beautiful. Yeah. The attention to detail when they have the card wants to be shown. The Son of Swords. Okay. If you notice, they have like this. When you want to take them out, it's beautiful. Son of Swords. Okay. I must admit, I don't know the different explanation for all of the cards. That would be too much. But I do know how to read. And this is for the Son of Wands, not Swords. Son of Wands. Okay, this is actually a card I drew myself a few days ago. Because that was why it was on the top of the deck. Son of Wands, charming, adventurous. The Son of Wands is a true charmer. He's handsome and adventurous and seems to say all the right things. Some call him the White Knight of the Tarot. But at some point you may find he becomes hard to know. Trust your instincts with this one. Perfection is an illusion. I guess we can all relate to that. We have, if you have a favorite artist, for instance, and then you start to read up on him or her, and you find that, okay, you don't really like the person behind the artist, but you still like the music or their art. Then I'm thinking it's important to separate. I mean, look at me. I can be quite charming if I want to, but I can be a real ass if I want to. Trust me. And if somebody messes with my family, my dog here, or me, they will see. Because there is something about, you know, I need a little chocolate. Kinder Maxi. Oh, well. There is something. I mean, I don't talk with a lot of strangers, but I love talking with people. And I can be quite generous if I can afford it. But I can be generous with my time and with my attention. But when people try to take advantage of me or misuse me, just don't. They'll find out that even small middle-aged men like me, we can be, yeah. But what I wanted to do, because that last card was, for me, perhaps it resonates with you as well. I wanted to show you another deck from Kim Kans. Animal Spirit. I believe that Kim Kans is Danish, but that doesn't matter. What matters is she creates amazing art. Her decks are filled with something special. It's like Elaine Fairchild and many of the others I mentioned. This is, the packaging is the same as in the other one. Really nice book. What they use here is, you know, the symbols I showed you. Use earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. In the tradition I know best, Tibetan, we use earth, water, fire, air, and space, or the infinite, or yeah, different ways of looking at the 5 elements. But, yeah. Now I'll draw you a card, and this is especially for you. Actually, it's whoever you are, wherever you are, and you say, yeah, what is he talking about? Saying he's drawn me a card. He doesn't know me, he's never met me. But the thing is, with tarot, it's all about how you react to what the card says. Okay? It's all about you. It's how you interpret it. It's just like with music. I create my music. I know what emotions are within me when I create music, when I write an article, in different situations. But I don't know your reactions. And that is what matters. And that is the thing with tarot and all the other divination forms and all the healers, seers, everything. It's all about what's in you. I don't walk around healing and bzzz. I help facilitate change. Like, and this is your card. My dog has decided he wants to be on my pillow. Okay. Earthworm. Okay. A humble card, you might think. Let me see. Well, pretty obvious. Earthworm is an earth card. So let's go to earth cards. Let's see if we can find it. So you can see the symbol for earth is a triangle, tip down, a line through it. Okay, this is what it says. Earthworm, shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it is important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. When in balance, this card represents earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, it represents self-conscious, apprehensive. And here's an important point. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. And you know, that is so important. You know, here in this place, it's so often it's easy to feel, oh, I'm not as good as she is or he is. I'm not so bright. This and that. You find a lot of, yeah, you know what I mean. But how can you find out who you are if you don't dare to try? Or like Nike says it, just do it. Go for it. If you have a song you want to sing or write, if you have a speech you want to hold, if you want to dance, if you're in love and you don't know how I'm gonna approach this person, I need to speak with her or him, just do it. If you risk nothing, you'll gain nothing. Just go for it. And then if it doesn't work out, okay, try again. Just go for it again. It's that is what, to me, No, I'm not really a big fan of schools. You know, like you start off kindergarten, learn to read and write and all. I mean, there are some very important things that we learn in schools. We learn to read and write, basic arithmetics, but so much of it is more like indoctrination. You have to be within the box of your school. And there are schools who are better at it. There are alternative schools, but they are also inside the box. But what we do really learn, one thing is the social interaction, which is good. Can be good if you're not bullied. But also that is good. To me, it was. It taught me a lot, being bullied for years. So that is one thing, the social interaction. The basic things you need to learn. But, you know, the way it is now, you have to have a bachelor degree. Really should have a master degree. Preferably be a professor if you want to be an authority. And you know, like I went to I have a bachelor in child welfare, and I learned a lot from that. But mostly it was from being a bit in opposition. But the one I really learned from when it comes to working with people, that's working with my dog. Kippy. Kippy. I'm sleeping. That's working with my dog. Because with dogs, things are quite simple in many ways. To learn one thing, he needs repetition. He needs connection. He needs love. He needs food. Dogs are like, seems they live in the moment. They are like senile in the behavior at times. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but there is something special about dogs. It seems as if they're so totally in the moment, and time doesn't really exist, or they they speed it up compared to us. I guess that might be a bit, and that also resonates with how dogs, have acute hearing, acute sense of smell, that their lifespans are shorter, but they experience more in that time. And they need to work on sorting out. I mean, one thing is that dogs are so sensitive to emotions, and it varies. Some more than others. Mine, extremely so. I was in a situation yesterday with a security guard. And he pissed me off. I think he was a bit frightened of me. And Cooper understood that. So he got all defensive. He really guarded the perimeter. Nobody was allowed to come close. And he doesn't bite, he just warns people off. Because he senses, he feels the emotion, like I do too when I manage to be quiet No. Listening. Sorry about that. The chocolate is so good. I would like to draw you another. Look at this beautiful colors here. Love that. No, I would like to draw you one from the. I would like to draw you one from the other deck. Actually, gonna change my mind. How about you get one from the old one? The Arthurian Tarot. Remember that name? Caitlin and John Matthews. Very highly recommended. I don't know if you're familiar with the Arthurian myth. It's been in lots of different movies, and the Grail quest and all that. It just resonates with me. And I like this card. The Moon. One of the major arcanas. Number 18. It's called the Greater Powers in this one. Okay, the descriptions here are long. That is part of what I think is good about it is that it gives you history from the Arthurian myth. But I won't read it all. Oh, that card. Okay, the description. Under full moon stand two dark towers. The moon encloses an embryonic child, curled as though in the womb. You see that? Striving to leap the veil is a solitary Solomon. And then there is the background. There's always a period waiting before the Pendragon or the Grail winner show themselves to the people. And so on. But I'll jump ahead to the archetypal meaning. The moon represents the inner destiny of the one who will come, be he or she monarch, hero, poet, seer, or champion of truth. The potentiality of Logos strives to be born in this card, but it remains latent until the times and tides are right for it to manifest. Divinatory meaning, which is what you could look out for. Just hear this. These are good advice anyway. Clear visualization, generation, cyclic patterns of growth, fertility and increase, fluctuation, dreams and visions, introspection, necessary preparation, fallowness, the seasonal round, the tides of time. Yes, and sometimes we have to bide our time. Because, to add a little thing to what I said before, just do it Sometimes the doing consists of waiting. Bide your time. Or as I call it, wait 1 minute. I was in a really bad place yesterday. I wanted to move on. I waited 1 minute, many minutes, days. But I did wait. I waited. I spoke with people. And things got better. Yeah. So, okay. I'll see you at the next card here. Funnily enough, it's the sun. Maybe I'll give you the reading for that as well then. That is number 19. Under the midday sun rides a naked youth upon a white mare. On his back is a harp, in his hand a spear. Background. In the back of the moon, in the card of the moon, we saw the embryonic child growing in the womb of the goddess. In this card, Mabon, don't know if I say that right, emerges into the world, ready to set out on his quest. As stated in the previous entry, Mabon's role is an archetypal one, which it can be applied to more than one of the Arthurian heroes. The archetypal, meaning, the sun represents the outer or revealed destiny of the one who will come, be he or she monarch, poet, seer, hero, or champion of truth. The sun conquers by innocence, revealing falsehood by its shining beams and gladdening the earth with its warmth. Divinatory meaning: innocence, purity, enthusiasm, warmth, a loving heart, joy, freedom, enlightenment, wholeness, health, intolerance of shadows in any aspects of life, clarity, directness, true vocation realized. That's it. I hope you have a great time ahead. Things are good, life is good. Trust in that, even when it's as dark as hell. It can only get better.